Hello. Good Tuesday. It's not that good actually. Yesterday was Halloween and today everybody at school is just dead, including me. Yesterday felt like Friday, but it wasn't a Friday and it was just disappointing. There's a bag here. I feel like this space is really hollow. I want to get like a corner bookshelf. Gotta save up money for that. I'm gonna need a new bookshelf soon probably because this is starting to get full. Okay, so welcome. This is my October wrap-up and November TBR. Even though, like I said in my previous TBR, I don't really like decide what books I'm gonna read in the beginning of the month. It's not much of a TBR, but I'm gonna try to guess and pick. And also, it's November 1st. Well, I don't know when you're seeing this, but it's November 1st today. You know what that means? The beginning of NaNoWriMo. If you don't know what NaNoWriMo is, it's basically the National Novel Writing Month. Takes time to think. But yeah, basically you just write 50,000 words in a month. Or is it 500,000? It is 50,000 words in a month. There's a website for it. I'm not gonna show you what I'm writing because I gotta keep that a secret for now. But yeah, there's a website for it. And basically you just go on there, you announce your novel, write every day or however often you want to write, and then you enter a word count there. And by the end of the month you try to reach 50,000. And that's like, I'm working on a few things right now. I have an idea for a novel I want to write for NaNoWriMo, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time or if I even do it. I mean, I'm gonna attempt it, but you never know. But yeah, I want to try because it seems like such a cool thing. Everybody gets together and you just motivate each other. And it's motivating to see other people set goals and achieve their goals. And you're like, if they can do it, I can do it. Think about that if you guys like writing. You can also win stuff too, I think. I'm not sure what, but that's always fun. I'm super stoked for NaNoWriMo. I'm gonna try to set time aside every day to write at least like 1,000 to 2,000 words a day, which seems kind of daunting, but I feel like I might be able to do it, hopefully. I love writing when I'm at school too, like English class. No offense, but it's really boring. I always write in that class. Whenever I write, I always write on my like little green post-it notes. I don't really have a notebook set aside for writing. I have like a collection of post-it notes I've been writing on. You know what? When inspiration hits, you gotta write that down. Every story, every line you come up with, you gotta write them down. I read that somewhere. I've started doing that and it helps a bunch. Write everything down. You like my sweater? It's really big, but it's really like comfortable. And how's the lighting? Because I'm still trying to figure out how to do lighting because I don't like using the built-in lights because they're really yellow. So yeah, I'm using natural lighting for my window. Okay, so looking at the pile of books I've read in October, I'm surprised and kind of proud of myself. Like, look at that stack. There's 5 books. The first book I finished in the month of October was A Torch Against the Night by Sabata here. Look how beautiful it is. And oh my god, this book is so good. I actually made a book review for the first 2 books and I'll link that right here if I remember. Hopefully I'll remember. I usually forget though, but I will try to remember. Or in the little thing below. But if not, just go to my channel. It's right there somewhere. There's a spoilery part and a non-spoilery part, so watch out for that. But yeah, I definitely recommend this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5 Goodreads star. It's so good. Just watch the book review. I summarize it in there. Basically, Laya, mother gets captured and she pretends to be a slave to infiltrate the Empire. She meets this one mask, Elias. Ooh, there's so much stuff that happens. Basically, corrupt government. And then the second book I finished was, of course, A Torch Against the Night by Sabata here. I feel like the lighting's making this. Can you see this? It's a beautiful cover. And I also gave this a 5 out of 5 stars because it was amazing. But, oh my god, I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm really not. I don't want to, but the ending. Like, if you've read it, how are they gonna solve this? Like, it's sort of a cliffhanger, but not really, but it is. There's gonna be 2 more books coming out, but the next book isn't coming out till 2018, which is 2 years away. Like, why? More about that in the book review. Okay, and then the next book I finished, The Black Key by Amy Ewing. And this is the last book in the Jewel series, which has 3 books. The Jewel, The White Rose, and The Black Key. It's so small. Like, why do you gotta wrap up a series with like such a tiny little book? It's like 200 something pages. The covers are beautiful. But basically, The Black Key is about Violet Lasting. She's sold as a surrogate and they're sort of like slaves. Yeah, they have these powers and the people in the society, they buy them because they can't have their own kids for some reason. But the girls, they start rebelling because they don't want to be slaves, you know? It's about Violet's journey, all the other girls' journeys, finding freedom, rebelling against the society again. There's like a theme going on. You see, I love these kind of books. But yeah, and there's like a steamy little romance, you know? It was really cute. I also gave this a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads because it's not that I have like a really horrible rating system, it's just that I usually love whatever I read, so, I mean. Oh, Ash Lockwood. I'm always sad to read like the last book in the series though. Like, what do I have to live for now? Oh, I'm sweating. There's a lot of movement. Okay, and the next series I read for the month of October, and I'm not done with the series yet. The third book just hasn't come out yet. Perfected and Tarnished by Kate Jarvik Birch. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'm so sorry if I ain't. I am not. Is ain't a word? Like, is it? But yeah, if I am not. The first book is Perfected. And look at the covers for these, seriously. I mean, look, it's a dress in a freaking cage. It's basically telling you the summary on the cover. It's amazing. This series is actually really similar to the Jewel series in the sense that these girls, they're pets, basically slaves, or like they're like treated like dogs too, but they're sold to these rich congressmen and just rich people in general of the society. They're like dogs to them. They just sit there, look pretty, but they're not bought to have babies or anything. But there's a scandal that goes on. It's about this girl Ella, and she gets sold to this family, and she thinks it's like the perfect life, you know, to be sold, to be pampered. You just gotta sit there, look pretty, just don't fail that mission and you'll be fine. But she finds out there's more to it than just sitting there and looking pretty. She finds out that the system is really corrupt. This is actually taking place in sort of like the future America, where this law is passed, they can buy people as pets, and these girls are genetically modified to be perfect in a sense. So they're like short, thin, like perfect lips, perfect face, perfect body shape, everything. She struggles with the idea of her being human because they're genetically bred. They don't know if they're really human or not, and there's a line that separates them between the normal people and the genetically modified. So she has to overcome that like mental state of, am I human? Am I not? Ella meets Penn, and he's the congressman's son, and they start falling in love. But remember her struggle between, am I human? Am I not? You know, can we be together? It's just really cute though. And in the second book, Tarnished, look at this cover too. Like, I love this cover. It's a dress but in the shape of a butterfly. Like, what the heck? This is basically a continuation of the first book because the first book leaves off in such a good cliffhanger, and I actually read these books in like a week. I think they were just that good. In this book, it talks more about their fight for freedom, their fight to be released. It also leaves in a cliffhanger, which I don't want to wait till next year for the next book. Can I have it this year, please? The author's still writing it, so I totally stalked her online to see if there was going to be a next book. There is. 5 out of 5 for both of these books because they were so good. And I did say they were similar to the Jewel, but not that similar, where if you read one, you automatically know what's going to happen in the next. It's nothing alike in a sense. The basic plot line is similar, I guess, but not really. So they're not similar. I don't know what I'm saying. There's a lot of cute moments, and all of this is in Ella's perspective. But at the end of Perfected, there's like a little snippet where it's in Penn's perspective. It's like the cutest thing ever. It's like reading the Selection series, but like reading The Prince. So Maxon's perspective. Like, can I have a whole book on it, please? And that was all the books I read this month, which, again, very proud of myself. Trying to read more this month, but I don't know, man, because I have a lot of writing, some filming stuff, so we'll see. But currently I'm reading, let me put the cover back on. I always take the covers off, like the jackets off, when I read it, so I don't like break them. Currently I'm reading A Girl of Fire and Thorns by Ray Carson, and this book, I'm having a really hard time getting through it. I don't know, it's just not that, like the summary online and the summary in the book, like it makes it sound really good. But now that I'm actually reading it, there's a lot of mentions of God. I'm not really religious, so I'm like, okay. I'm not bothered by that or anything, but maybe it's her writing style or her pace or just the character. I don't really like it that much, and I'm sad because usually any book I read, I can get through it. I usually love it, but this one is just, I might have to put it down and like maybe start again later on, or just not read it in general. What attracted me to it was that it was about this girl who thinks she calls herself fat all the time, which, you know, that's cool to see a character that isn't like, you know, super stick skinny Model S. It's good to see characters not portrayed as that all the time. But she's really frustrating to read because she keeps mentioning over and over again, and it's really slow paced maybe. But yeah, basically it's about a girl and she gets married off. She has this gift, the Godstone, makes her sort of like the savior of everybody, but she doesn't believe in herself, you know, she's like, am I really special? You know, that kind of stuff. Everybody just wants her magic, I guess. And she marries off to this king who is oddly intrigued by her, or so it seems. I haven't read that much into it yet. She doesn't really know him, but she likes him. It's also weird because I feel like he's a lot older than her. It never stated exactly how old he was, but he has a 6-year-old son and is widowed. So I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that either. Maybe it's just a combination of everything thrown together that I just don't really like that much. But apparently there's gonna be some other boy that's gonna come into this. And I think it's a trilogy too. I'll try a few more times to try to read this, but I really don't know, guys. Right now it's about like a 1 out of 5 stars because I'm just not into it, but I really want to give it a little bit more of a chance. I'll tell you guys how it goes. Okay, so for my TBR for November, besides that book, I actually don't know. See, these books you don't see. So those books up there, that whole row right there, TBR, besides like there's another row down there, but that's my like fantasy kingdom related TBR pile, which I love those kind of books the most. I sort of tried to put them in an order that I wanted to read it in, but I'm not sure yet. I guess if I were to read another book, maybe read The Assassin's Heart. I was actually thinking of reading this instead of Girl of Fire and Thorns, but Girl of Fire and Thorns was like in front of this, so I was like, why not try that first? I remember now. It's sort of like Romeo and Juliet sort of themed, where the girl's family gets killed. She thinks it's the boy's family who killed them because they're like all assassins. She like gets revenge basically on the guy. Probably not even that guy's fault. They're gonna fight and they're gonna make up and it's gonna be great. Is that bird poop on my window? No, it's not. Maybe ruined. I'm really bad at TBRs. Maybe I just won't do TBRs next time because I don't know what I'm gonna read next. But what I really do want to reread when I have time, so maybe like Thanksgiving break even, is The Winter's Curse trilogy, because I love this series. It's like my second favorite series, maybe third, maybe, I don't know. I have a lot of books up, like high up in my list, so I don't even know anymore, but definitely one of the top 5s. I read this a few months ago, and I loved it. I know I loved it, but I just sort of forgot some of the things that happened, so I want to like reread it and experience its glory again. But yeah, that's basically it for the video, I guess. Thank you for watching. Like if you like, subscribe if you want to subscribe, depending on laptop, computer, what's that called? Desktop or mobile. No, sometimes mobile's down there too, it depends. There will definitely be more videos coming out, and I might film my progress for NaNoWriMo, I'm not sure yet. Follow me on Instagram for more updates on everything. Remember to read, because a reader lives 1,000 lives. So there are so many adventures waiting to be had right on this shelf. It's amazing. Oh yeah, and Sasha Alsberg, if you guys don't follow her on Book Utopia, great book videos. She's going to Scotland. Like, I want to go to Scotland. Somebody take me to Scotland. Or Ireland. Ireland seems pretty cool. Wales. I learned a little bit of Welsh with my friend on the computer. Prynhawn da. Stay tuned for more videos. Goodbye.